It's been a while, time for new speed paint. Please don't mind my dirty desk, these are just some pencil leftovers, but anyways, this painting is an older one, to be honest. I made this on my iPad in Procreate quite a while ago, and I actually had a reference when I made this painting, but I can't seem to find it anymore. It was probably somewhere on Pinterest, but sorry guys, I just can't find it. It's been a while. According to Procreate, I made this in August 2021, and this piece took me about 5 hours for everyone curious out there. With that, I'd say let's get started, but if you haven't already, please consider leaving a follow for more art content. First of all, I started with a little sketch. My vision was basically a face that looked upwards and sort of touched her face, but I didn't have much of an idea apart from that, I think, so there wasn't a huge plan behind this piece. This is something that differs for me. Sometimes I go into a piece with a concrete plan, sometimes the plan develops while I'm drawing the piece. How is it for you? Let me know in the comments. You can definitely see that I used reference here because otherwise I would have built the general shape of the hands first, but I went all in with the outline and having the concrete vision of the hands. A reference was definitely at play here. I don't know why, but I like having a dark area under the eyes when I draw sometimes. It's not meant as dark circles, honestly, more like eyeshadow probably. I just like how it looks. Now I'm trying to find a brush I like for the line art. By the way, I really like using the gloaming pencil in Procreate, especially for the sketching phase, sometimes even for line art, but also if I do some shading parts like under her eyes. For line art, I really like using syrup. As always, I couldn't resist the urge to add some piercings. It's almost as if I look at the face and I feel like it's too naked. And then I think about what could solve my problem. Piercings. Is that just me? Let me know. I don't always do this, but sometimes I like adding some hatching for the shadow areas. It's a stylistic choice I do here and then. It really depends on what I feel like doing today. You can even see me add some stylistic outlines for the highlights here and there. Apparently, I thought the dark shadows under her eyes weren't enough, so I made them even stronger. For some reason, I added dots under her eyes because I thought that looked cute. Then I was thinking about whether I should give her eyeliner. In the end, I think I deleted the eyeliner wings though, or shortened them a bit. Time to lay down some colors. I usually like to go about this by coloring everything one flat color first, to use that as a clipping mask for adding the concrete colors I actually want to give her later. Okay, so this is the point where the plan starts expanding and I started getting a vision for the whole piece, because after all I had that planet symbol on her head, so I decided how about a starry galaxy theme. So I already tried to implement that a bit with this grayscale scheme in the background. Then you see me lay down the actual flat colors on top and play around with the color scheme I want to go with. I think for the background I used a gradient map, but I'm not so sure anymore, to be honest. Afterwards, I decided to apply some shading with a multiply layer. I really like to do that most of the time. It makes it a bit easier in my opinion. It really helps me save some time if I want to be quicker in the process. Due to the galaxy background, I decided that the light should be coming from behind her. Here I'm adding some more rim light to emphasize that. You might have noticed that I tried to not make her face too dark, honestly, because even though the light is coming from behind her, I didn't want her face to completely go under in the piece. Nonetheless, I thought it was dark enough to make some glow effects pop, which you see me adding here and there. By the way, if you're interested in my technique on how I draw glow effects, I made a tutorial about it recently, so maybe check that out if you're interested. Okay, why stick to one light source if you can make it more difficult by adding another one? Exactly. So I decided to make one more light source from below, which is why you can see me adding some lighting here and there. I make the glow effects pop some more here and there by using an overlay layer. Even more shading fitting the new light direction. Now comes one of the most satisfying parts in my opinion. Let me know if it's the same for you. It's adding the highlights. I keep refining, adding more details such as giving her freckles, cause why not? And now I'm changing up the color of the line art so that it fits better with the piece. It just makes it look more cohesive. To be honest, I sometimes skip the step simply because I'm too lazy, but if I feel motivated enough, I actually do this usually. I'm tweaking some final things here, and I actually slapped a white overlay layer on top, like just a white layer, but I set the opacity really low. That was just to brighten up the piece a bit. And with that, this is what the end result looks like. Let me know in the comments how you like it. To this day, I think this is still one of my favorite pieces. About 5 hours of drawing later, and this is what we get. I very much like this piece. I think I've even had it as my background image on my phone for some time. Probably my boyfriend too, honestly. He keeps having my drawings as his phone backgrounds. Old but gold, I guess. It's a classic for me, even though it's older. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, and let me know how you like this video format where I show you a speed paint and explain my drawing process a bit.